Hey everyone, and welcome back for another episode. Daniel here from Single Malt Jack. Today I'm going to run you through a super simple whiskey cocktail. So we're going to do the Apple Sour Whisky Cocktail. It is so simple. It's literally 2 ingredients and some whiskey. Throw it into a cocktail shaker. It's the easiest thing you'll ever do, and it's probably the shortest and the quickest video that I'll ever do. So I'm sitting here at the home bar. I'm not even going to go to the kitchen. I've got the ingredients here, which you can see is not much at all. So get some really nice pressed apple juice. Don't get the super processed sugary stuff. If you've got the capabilities to juice your own apples, do that, because that'll taste so much better as well. But either way, this works really well. In terms of whiskies, last time I did this on Instagram, I actually used the Apple Ale. That turned out really well. This type of sweet appley whiskey cocktail is usually not my preferred method of cocktail of drinking my whiskey, but it really is one for the ladies. So if you're doing it for your wife or your girlfriend, or you've got visitors coming over and they're not really into their whiskey, then this is a good one to do. Definitely the Apple Ale. It's not a smoky whiskey. It's light. It's mellow. It's ex-sherry cask type stuff. Quite caramelly. I just find this whiskey fantastic, but it is a bit pricey. You're paying sort of $80, $90 a bottle. So I'm going to put that one back over there. I'm not going to use that one today. I'm actually going to use the Monkey Shoulder, which I just bought the other day, and I've just done a review on that, so I'm not going to talk about the actual whiskey for too long, or really not at all, but it's just a nice, smooth, mellow, vanilla-y, you can drink it neat. It's not an expensive whiskey. I picked this bottle up for $52, so it's not an expensive whiskey. It's a blended whiskey of 3 single malts, 2 of my favourite whiskies, the Glenfiddich and the Balvenie. So I don't mind it. My reviews weren't 100%. I don't find it hits the spot when you're drinking it on its own. But when you're blending it or mixing it in cocktails, this whiskey is absolutely fantastic. So I'm not going to talk a lot more here on the introduction. But basically, what you want to do is grab your cocktail shaker. I've got a glass of ice here. Just want to be pouring in a few ice cubes into the cocktail shaker. I'm essentially going to grab my Monkey Shoulder Whisky. I mean, you can use other stuff. I've got a dimple over there that you could use. Glenfiddich could probably work pretty well. I mean, there's a number of different whiskies you can use. Just don't use anything that's too strong or too expensive or too smoky. You're going to be catering really here to non-whiskey drinkers. So essentially what you want to do now is basically put 2 nips in here of whiskey. So that's just 2 shots of whiskey go in, about 60 mils, if I'm measuring that correctly. I'll bang that one over there. I've just grabbed some mint here from the garden. So I've got a couple of sprigs of mint. I'm just going to ruffle that up. I'm not going to muddle it. I'm just going to ruffle it up in my hands, and then basically put that in the cocktail shaker. What I've got here is just I guess a quarter of or third of a lemon. So I'm just going to squeeze that in by hand. I'm not even going to worry about getting the lemon press or the lemon squeezer out. I'm just going to put that straight in. You don't need a whole lot of lemon juice in here. I mean, you don't really want it to be so super sour. And then all I'm going to do is get my pressed apple juice, as you can see here, and I'm literally just going to put in probably about half a cup of this stuff. No need to go too overboard. If you're making 2, then put double the ingredients that I'm showing here. But that's basically about it. Basically, I just want to put the lid on this. That's not the top. That one there is. Make sure that's on there nicely, and then I'm just gonna shake that for 45 seconds again and come back to you guys. We'll pour it. take a few photos and have a bit of a sample. Now we just want to pour this over some ice now in a nice whiskey glass. All the ingredients are nicely shaken up in there. Quantity was just perfect. I didn't even measure that. That goes over there. I've just cut a bit of lemon rind here. Last time I did it, I used apple. I just didn't have any fresh apple in the fridge. But I find something like that is quite a nice touch to add on the top there. And then I've just got a little sprig of mint there from the garden. So I just want to basically be putting that like so in the middle. And there you have it. I mean, that's, you know, you can't really get any more simple than that. You know, that's a really simple sour whiskey apple cocktail, single malt Jack style. So I'm going to try this, see what it's like. That's fantastic. And I think that's exactly what this Monkey Shoulder is for. You know, as I said, I mean, it's not really usually my style of cocktail. You know, I wouldn't usually go to a bar and order that, but for non-whiskey drinkers, you know, the whiskey barely comes through. It's very subtle. It's masked by the apple. There's sweetness in there. You've got a few sprigs of mint. You've got the lemon for a bit of zest and a bit of sourness. You know, the whiskey just takes a real back seat. So that's what I said before. This is definitely one for the ladies. You know, give it a try. We're all still basically in isolation and lockdowns. I've just been experimenting with a few different cocktails, so I know you guys can as well. This is a really good, easy one to start with. There's only 2 or 3 ingredients in there. So, as I said, guys, enjoy. This is the single malt Jack Sour Apple Whisky Cocktail.